When it comes to being a tough guy in professional wrestling, it's not just about looking the part. It's about backing it up inside and outside the ring. Some wrestlers are known for their larger-than-life personas, but a select few have earned a reputation for being the real deal. These are the guys who could handle themselves in a fight, whether it was in the locker room, on the streets, or in the squared circle. From legit shooters to feared enforcers, these men were as tough as they come. This is our list of the top 10 genuine tough guys. Number 10. Doink the Clown. Matt Bourne, who portrayed the character Doink the Clown in WWE, was known for being much tougher in real life than his on-screen persona suggested. While Doink was a mischievous and often humorous clown, Matt Bourne had a reputation for being a skilled and hard-nosed wrestler. Behind the gimmick, Bourne had a no-nonsense attitude and was known for his toughness in the ring. He had a solid background in professional wrestling and had a reputation for working stiff, meaning he was known to deliver more physically intense and realistic moves than many of his peers. Bourne's real-life toughness also extended beyond wrestling, as he had a history of navigating personal challenges, showing resilience throughout his career. His portrayal of Doink the Clown was in stark contrast to his real persona, adding an extra layer of complexity to the character he brought to life in the WWE. Number 9. Ron Simmons. Ron Simmons, also known as Farouk in WWE, had a reputation as one of the toughest men in professional wrestling, both in and out of the ring. A former All-American football player at Florida State University, Simmons was a powerhouse athlete before transitioning to wrestling. His legitimate strength and intensity made him a feared competitor, and many wrestlers have shared stories of his toughness. In the locker room, Simmons commanded respect, and few dared to challenge him. His physicality was backed by real-life toughness, whether it was standing his ground in backstage confrontations or delivering bone-crushing tackles in his football days. Even among wrestlers known for their toughness, Simmons was regarded as one of the hardest men in the business. Number 8. Bradshaw. John Bradshaw Layfield was known for his old-school toughness and no-nonsense attitude both in and out of the ring. A former football player and a legitimate tough guy, JBL had a reputation for being one of the hardest-hitting wrestlers in WWE. His toughness was on full display during the infamous incident with the Blue Meanie at ECW One Night Stand in 2005. During a chaotic brawl, JBL legitimately attacked the Blue Meanie, punching and bloodying him in what many believe was a receipt for past comments Meanie had made about him. Despite the incident, the two later settled their differences, and JBL even put over Meanie on SmackDown. Still, stories from wrestlers over the years have confirmed that JBL was not someone to be taken lightly, as he had a history of testing newcomers and asserting himself as a dominant presence in the locker room. Number 7. Hardcore Holly. Hardcore Holly, known for his stiff in-ring style and no-nonsense attitude, had a well-earned reputation as one of the toughest guys in professional wrestling. He was never one to back down from a fight, whether in the ring or backstage. One notable incident that showcased his toughness was when he confronted Scott Hall and Kevin Nash during their time as the Clique in WWE. Despite their backstage influence and reputation, Holly stood his ground when he felt disrespected by them. According to various accounts, he called them out and challenged them directly, proving that he wasn't intimidated by their status in the company. Holly was also known for his brutal training methods, famously testing newcomers like Matt Cappotelli with stiff shots to see if they could handle the business. His old-school mentality and legitimate toughness made him one of the most respected yet feared competitors in the locker room. Number 6. Haku. Haku is widely regarded as one of the toughest men in professional wrestling history, with countless stories from wrestlers and fans alike confirming his near-mythical reputation. Known for his incredible strength, martial arts background, and fearless demeanor, he was someone that even the toughest wrestlers refused to mess with. One of the most infamous stories about Haku's real-life toughness involves an altercation in a bar where he reportedly fought off multiple men at once. In one particularly brutal instance, it's said that he grabbed a man who had disrespected him and stuck his fingers behind the man's eye, nearly gouging it out. Many wrestlers, including legends like Jake Roberts and Bobby Heenan, have spoken about Haku's unmatched toughness, with Heenan once calling him the toughest man he had ever met. Despite his fearsome reputation, those who knew him personally described him as a kind and respectful person, unless provoked. Number 5. Steve Blackman. Steve Blackman was one of the legitimate tough guys in professional wrestling, with a background in martial arts and a reputation for being someone you did not want to mess with. Unlike many wrestlers who relied on their character to seem intimidating, Blackman was the real deal, known for his discipline and fighting skills. One of the most famous stories of his toughness happened at an airport when he got into an altercation with JBL. Known for his habit of hazing wrestlers, JBL tried to provoke Blackman, but it backfired. Blackman quickly took him down with precise strikes, embarrassing the much larger JBL in front of other wrestlers. Many who witnessed the incident confirmed that JBL, who had a reputation as a locker room enforcer, was completely outmatched. This only added to Blackman's aura as one of the most dangerous men in the business, respected for both his skill and his quiet but intimidating presence. Number 4. Harley Race. Harley Race was widely regarded as one of the toughest and most respected men in the history of professional wrestling. A true pioneer of the sport, Race's toughness was known far beyond his wrestling career. He had a reputation for being a no-nonsense competitor who could withstand brutal physical punishment and dish it out just as easily. Race was not only an elite wrestler, but also a trained fighter, with a gritty blue-collar background that made him tough as nails. His peers constantly praised him, with many considering him the ultimate authority on toughness in the wrestling world. Legends like Ric Flair and Lou Thesz frequently spoke about Race's incredible skill, toughness, and influence in shaping the business. One of the most iconic stories involves Race reportedly taking a beating from a group of bar patrons who started trouble with him, only for Race to get up and decisively handle the situation. His unrelenting toughness and unmatched work ethic made him a mentor and a hero to countless wrestlers, and his reputation as a real-life tough guy remains legendary to this day. Number 3. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is widely recognized as one of the toughest athletes in the history of professional wrestling, thanks to his unmatched background in amateur wrestling and Olympic gold medalist credentials. Angle's tenacity, work ethic, and discipline in the ring were matched only by his real-life toughness. His peers often praised him for his incredible pain tolerance and determination, as he continued to perform at the highest level despite numerous injuries. One of the most famous stories highlighting Angle's toughness occurred during the infamous plane ride from hell in 2002. While a drunken brawl erupted between several wrestlers on the flight, Angle was said to have remained calm and composed, even stepping in to de-escalate the situation. He was known for his ability to stay level-headed in chaotic situations, a trait that added to his tough guy persona. Wrestlers like Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock have frequently spoken about Angle's toughness, citing his Olympic accomplishments and his unwavering toughness inside the ring as sources of immense respect. Angle's toughness, both as an athlete and as a locker room leader, has earned him a lasting reputation as one of the most well-rounded tough guys in wrestling history. Number 2. Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock is widely regarded as one of the toughest individuals in both professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. Before entering WWE, Shamrock made his mark in the UFC, where he became one of the sport's first superstars. Known for his brutal fighting style, Shamrock earned a reputation for being able to dominate opponents with his exceptional wrestling, submission holds, and ferocious intensity. His early days in the UFC were groundbreaking. He was one of the first fighters to truly bring a competitive wrestling mindset into the mixed martial arts arena, becoming a pioneer of the sport. In WWE, Shamrock's real-life toughness translated seamlessly into his wrestling persona, and he was widely respected by his peers. He was known for his intense physicality in the ring and his no-nonsense attitude, with many of his fellow wrestlers acknowledging his incredible work ethic and ability to handle himself in any situation. Shamrock's background in both UFC and wrestling made him one of the most intimidating and respected figures in the locker room, solidifying his reputation as a true tough guy. Number 1. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is one of the most intimidating and physically imposing athletes in the world, with a reputation for being incredibly tough both inside and outside the ring. After dominating amateur wrestling in college, where he became a national champion, Lesnar transitioned to WWE, where his sheer size, strength, and athleticism made him a powerhouse. However, his toughness truly stood out when he entered the UFC. Lesnar quickly rose through the ranks and became UFC heavyweight champion, defeating elite fighters like Randy Couture and Shane Carwin. His ability to withstand the brutal physicality of mixed martial arts while maintaining dominance in the octagon earned him widespread respect. Lesnar's MMA success demonstrated his incredible grit, mental toughness, and durability, traits that only added to his reputation as a true tough guy. His dual success in WWE and UFC has made him one of the most respected and feared competitors in combat sports. That's all from High Spot TV for now. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and tell us who you think should have been on the list.